In the ancient days, long before kings rose, long before kingdoms were shaped, there walked a man whose name carried a weight that shook the earth. A man who stepped out of silence, spoke blessings no human could speak, and then vanished back into the shadows. Who was he? Where did he come from? And why does the Bible describe him in a way no other person is described? Today, we look deep into a mystery that has puzzled scholars, prophets, and generations. Welcome to Bible Voice AI, where we explore the hidden stories, the ancient truths, and the mysteries that still echo through Scripture. If you love clear Bible explanations, ancient storytelling, and spiritual wisdom, then you are in the right place. Today, we journey into one of the most mysterious figures in the entire Bible, Melchizedek, the priest who appeared from nowhere. The story begins. The first time we meet Melchizedek, the world is in chaos. Nations rise against nations, kingdoms fight in the dust. The land is filled with violence and fear. And in the middle of this storm, a man named Abram goes to rescue his nephew Lot, who has been taken by invading armies. Abram wins the battle. He recovers the people and the goods that were stolen. His men stand tired, wounded, and silent after the long fight. And then, from the quiet hills of the ancient land of Salem, a figure begins to walk toward Abram. He is calm. He is radiant. His steps hold no fear. This man is Melchizedek. The Bible does not say he was introduced. It does not say someone called him. It does not say where he lived or who his father was. He simply appears like a light breaking into a dark moment. The priest of the Most High God. Melchizedek walks toward Abram carrying bread and wine, not as a warrior, not as a king coming to boast, but as a priest of peace. The scripture says he was the priest of God Most High. This is strange, because the priesthood of Israel had not begun yet. There was no tabernacle, no altar, no law of Moses, no Levites. Yet here stands a priest, serving the Most High God. Long before the priesthood even existed, he blesses Abram with a blessing so powerful that Abram, the man chosen by God, remains silent before him. Melchizedek says, "Blessed be Abram of God Most High, possessor of heaven and earth." And Abram bows, receiving the blessing. Then he gives Melchizedek a tenth of everything he recovered. A tithe, not demanded, but freely given. No one else in Scripture receives such honor. The mystery deepens. After this moment, Melchizedek disappears. The Bible does not tell us where he goes. He walks into the pages of Scripture and then walks back out as if he was never meant to stay. There is no birth story, no family line, no tribe, no record of his death, nothing. Just a single appearance that feels more like a divine visitation than a human story. This is where the mystery begins. Who was he really? The book of Hebrews in the New Testament gives us clues. It says Melchizedek was king of righteousness, king of peace, a priest with no beginning of days and no end of life, a figure who resembles the Son of God. These words are not normal descriptions. They sound almost heavenly. Scholars across ages have asked the same question. Was Melchizedek simply a man, or was he something more? Here are the three ancient interpretations. 1. Some say he was just a holy man, a righteous king who served God with purity, a rare leader in a dark time. This view sees him as a symbol of peace and righteousness. 2. Some say he was an angel, a messenger of God sent to remind Abram that his victory came not from human strength, but from God himself. In this view, Melchizedek is like the angels who visited Abraham later. 3. And some believe Melchizedek was a pre-incarnate appearance of Christ, not Jesus in the flesh, but the eternal Son of God appearing before his birth on earth. This explains the language of Hebrews. Without beginning, without end, a priest forever. It explains why Abram tithed to him. It explains why he blessed Abram with divine authority. It explains why he carried bread and wine, the same symbols Jesus used thousands of years later. This interpretation sees Melchizedek not as an ordinary king, but as a heavenly figure stepping into time for one moment to speak blessing over the man God had chosen. Why Melchizedek matters today. The mystery of Melchizedek is not for curiosity only. It carries a message for every believer. God's plan is older than we think. His purpose is deeper than we imagine, and He reveals Himself in ways we do not always understand. Melchizedek reminds us that God is able to appear in quiet moments, in unexpected places, through unexpected people, to deliver strength, blessing, and direction when we need it most. His story teaches us that God's hand is always working, even when we cannot trace it. Ending thought. Melchizedek entered Scripture like a whisper of eternity, a shadow of a greater priesthood, a sign pointing forward to Christ. He came with peace, He blessed with authority, and He vanished into the silence, leaving behind a trail of questions and a deeper understanding of how God moves. This is the mystery of Melchizedek, the priest who appeared from nowhere, to remind the world that God is always closer than we think. If this journey opened your understanding, remember to support this work. Subscribe to Bible Voice AI, share this message, and let the light of Scripture reach someone who needs it today.